All right, what's good? What's good? I want to do a little review time of my account. I have a simulated account that I'm running my trading systems on, and we're just kind of doing it as if like I was a wannabe, professional, just letting the systems run. I do not take a single discretionary trade, likely, because it's not real money, so it's whatever. But I'm kind of experimenting, and I want to show you the results. I am my mom's account. I'm my dad's Algo that he thought of that I coded up, and we're running that in the live market, and I want to show you those results as well, which is pretty interesting. So it's going to be cool. All right. So first and foremost, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different systems that I'm running in my simulated account. The simulated balance is 152,000, and it was started at 150,000. Reason being I chose 150 is because the prop firm Top Step I want to use with 150K account. I'm just going to make it, apples to apples here. We're trying to compare 150K account to 150K account so I can understand what the drawdown I need to perform is. So I want to show you the results. I'll show you in a little bit of a little graph here. You can see that the account value went up. It was started at 150, it goes up to 158. We're up 8% in 14 days. Really good returns. At this point, I'm like, dude, it's killing it. This was about the point where I started going against my system, and I freaking got roasted because it went up again. And then, no, I think it was this day, big up move. But then it started deteriorating. My system just got destroyed. And this is not the same system as that was working, and I'll show you that. But remember, this is a compilation of 5 different systems that all function on the same account, that all operate in different ways at different times. So we can show the individual accounts and see who's winning and who's losing. But overall, we're up 1.6%. In how long? How many days traded? It's been 19 days, so nearly a month. 22 trading days in a month, so nearly a month. So I just figured I'm going to do a month here. So the results, I'm up 1.6%. Great. What was your high? Bro, we were up 8% at one point. What's the low? We went down 0.5% or whatever $600 is. First day we lost $600. I don't really know what percent that is. All right, so here's the results. On my pre-market mean reversion system, you can see that it was just killing it. Remember, the whole left-hand side here is the total, so we should look at just these right now. These are my systems. You can see that the mean reversion system was really doing great all the way until Friday, 10/10. You can see 10/9 was the last day it traded. It was trading almost every day. You made $6,100. So $6,100 out of my look. I'm only up $2,000. So I made $6,000 just mean reverting when it was slow. But you can see that 10/10, and I think that was Friday when the market lit down. This mean reversion system got cut off. It stopped. It didn't take trades. And I just love that where, yeah, it's pre-market, so we wouldn't have known anyways. But for some reason, the pre-market was too volatile for us to participate. So we said, no, the mean reversion system chose not to trade. And it hasn't traded since. And honestly, the volatility is too high for it to trade for a while. We're waiting. We're going to wait for a long time. The mean reversion system has a brain to think when it's too fast and too slow, and right now it's too fast. So I love that about it. I think that's a really excellent system. The next one, so we're up 6,100 on that one. That was my highest performing system. The next system was the right after the open. Right after the open, if the open was weak, we do mean revert. This one's a little bit more sketchy because there's more trades, so you can, and we're risk the same amount, so we don't water down our trades at all. So if we do trade more frequent, you're going to see bigger highs and bigger lows and more volatility in the system. So overall weight to the system is higher. So unfortunately, it's like that, but it trades a little bit less days, but we're doing the same style as the morning, but as the pre-market, but this is after the open, and we only trade for an hour, and that system alone made $4,200. So that's very helpful. Both of those mean reversion systems really, really killing it. Overall, they helped me out 6.9% to the upside just on mean reversion. You can see Friday 10:10 was the last day it mean reverted. It won't even take another trade until it slows. You won't even take a trade until it's very, very tiny volatility. So it tracks that, and I like that because you can see the volatility did pick up since Friday, since that push lower. The ranges are bigger, everything's bigger. So I'm happy about those systems. Those systems are doing great. Now we have the middle one, where it mean reverts only if the morning session was very trending and slow and really not enthusiastic. It just happens to go in straight lines and stretch itself, and we think that it won't keep doing that because it doesn't really have the enthusiasm. It doesn't have the volatility. It doesn't have the volume, everything. So we say mean revert those days. Thus far, it has not placed a single trade. I'm thinking about throwing this one in the trash because, I mean, it doesn't even trade. It barely trades. You know, on the back test, it trades very infrequent as well. I'm like, I don't really prefer it. I don't even want to have it on because even the moment it takes a trade, I'm going to be like, wait, why is it taking a trade right now? Oh, this system? Oh, I got to brush off the dust, blow off the dust on this when I have to open it up and see what the hell it's doing. I just don't really, I want my trading systems a little bit more frequent than that, but whatever. Look, it hasn't placed a trade. I'm not going to kick him out. So stop and reverse 1.1 middle is going to stay in here, even though it has done absolutely nothing, literally nothing. So whatever. I think it did well in the back test. I mean, let's check the back test. Middle. Do I even have it? Yeah, here it is. Here's the back test. Since May, it made 10 grand. Doesn't trade very often. I mean, literally since May, it's taken 15. It's traded on 15 days out of what? 5 months? 15 days out of 5 months. It's very infrequent that this happens. It just happens to usually win when these conditions are met. I'm really not sure. I don't know if it's a coincidence because it's a low sample or it's real. I don't know. That's why I have it on my to-do list to just look at that again. I don't really know if I'm comfortable with that. But anyways, let's move on to afternoon trends. Afternoon trends are doing good. No, they're not. They're doing horrible. It has lost 7%. It has only failed me. Afternoon trends. Man, oh man, when the market is volatile in the morning and then in the in the middle session, it creates a high range, big range. We predict that the afternoon, that last 2 hours of the market is going to trend. It's going to stretch itself. And all too often it crunches. It just crunches until the close. And that's not what the strategy wants. The strategy wants it to expand. And we have lost 3 days, and we're trending. We're risking $300 a trade to make 2,100 plus. We're trying to be ballsy with it, and it's just dud after dud after dud, hitting our daily stop on these systems, hitting our stop. So that the system has a trail stop on its own, but we barely can get anything going here. I must say. So down 10 grand, negative 7%. You omit this system, we have a really good looking graph, but this system is why we've lost. That's exactly why we've lost. The afternoon trend. We do want to check this back test just to see what's going on. You can see that this is the chart on the back test. We see that this is very, very bullish, very, very bullish. We see drawdown, but very bullish nonetheless. Since we've turned it on, it has gone down. So the orange line is since we've turned it on. You can see it's not performing. It's clearly red. So hopefully it turns upwards like the trend suggests, but it can go into a 10 grand drawdown, and that's what we're at right now. So I don't know. I'm going to put a short leash on this one. If we see another month of this, I'm going to probably turn off this system and throw it back on the shelf. Sorry, afternoon trends. And then trend after slow. The trend after slow is a brilliant system. I love this system very much. Instead of the afternoon trends where we just blindly go start trending the market in the afternoon, we just blindly start. It just happens to be 1 p.m. and we're like, okay, on. You know, this one's smarter. This one's like, okay, on, but these things have to happen. The market has to slow down. It has to be a volatile day, and we happen to be in a lull. Now's the time to start bracketing these things and start asking for breakouts, and that's what we do. And we got a break-even day, which is interesting because this break-even day, you're up a lot of money because we have a trail stop on it. You're up at least, 7 times 3, $2,100. And because our trail stops there, it drops down to 0. So, you know, these aren't showing the real wins. But anyways, it only took 2 trades. Remember, in the mean reversion time before Friday, that volatility push, we are not going to be taking any trades at all. Trend after slow will be vacant. But at the moment it starts expanding, the moment it starts, we get volatility, it starts taking trades. And that's what we see. Today was a brilliant day. The only system that traded today was trend after slow, and it made $2,400. Very, very good. This system made us 1.6%. So in total, of course, we're only up 1.6%. Is that right? It doesn't seem right. Yeah, up 1.6%. Wow. And it just happens to make 1.6% today. So we must have been right at break even. So very interesting. I have a lot of systems in processing. I don't know. I might omit. Next month, I'm going to give all these systems one more month. But if there seems to be another breakdown on afternoon trend, and if we seem to not take a single trade in the middle, I'm going to omit these and free up space for my other system, another system. In the reserve squad, showing their hustle. These guys are starting and they're not playing well. I'm going to give the reserve guys some chances here, all right? I'm the coach. I can do that. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so what I see is pretty good results, okay? I'm very happy with 1.6%. I'm very happy without me placing a single freaking trade, without me messing anything up. I just turn this shit on and walk away. It's a lovely thing. All right, mom's account, KC reversal 3.3A. This is my dad's system. He thunk of this with his brain. Not me, but I coded it for him, and I optimized it a little bit, but he's been really into it, and I must say, this was the first month we were turned this thing on live. We've been having it in a simulator for a while, and my dad said, fuck it, I'm going in. He put 28 grand in the account, real money, and these are the results. We've got... These are the results. Auto. Auto at 0? That's not right. Okay. All right, there we go. So what you can see here, probably can't see the numbers, maybe not, but we start at 28 grand. We actually go down into a drawdown. We draw down actually $1,800. So we're negative 1,800. I'm like, oh boy, we over optimized. We did some shit, meaning we just matched the parameters to the historical data, which doesn't actually work in the future. But it turned out that it started going. Instead of negative 1,800, we're negative 900, and then negative 1,400. Oh no. Oh, and then negative 2,100. We're negative 2,100 right here. And then it just decides volatility's turned on. Maybe that's the maybe that's why, because volatility was really slow during that time. But anyways, volatility picks up and we start capturing win after win. $1,900 winning day, $300 winning day, $3,800 winning day. When was that? 3,800 on October 14th. Then negative 365, then 2,200 in a day, and then today made $900. Wow. I must say, I told him we got to do the trail stop because you're on a position. You're not going to just let this thing go against you like that, because the market can freaking do that. So we got a trail stop going. This is a trail stop type of system, and it's been working really well. There's another version of this where it holds until contract expiration, and that's getting very, very interesting. The back test is getting very interesting. Very interesting. I want to show you, actually. I do want to show you. Hold on. I want to show you those results because it happens to capture a win every contract. It's just a matter of how many losses you incur until you find that win. It's very interesting. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is in terms of thousands. So you can see 2020 March contract, it made $41,000 on one trade. Okay, it didn't make. This was just the max run up. So if we get out at 41, we would make 41,000. However, that was COVID and stuff. So yeah, obviously that happens. But then even in December of 2020, you still make 11 grand on a trade. In fact, you make 16, 17, 13, 12, 19, 40. You almost always, okay, not March, not June of 2023, but you nearly always make a 10 grand trade. In 2025, the March contract went 29 grand. The June contract went 37 grand. The September contract went 29 grand. In this contract, the max it's gone is 6. We're still holding. The data tells us that we're going to find a gigantic winner. It's going to happen. It's likely going to happen. Look, many times, more times out of not in the past 5 years, the contract will go 10 grand in we're going to be holding a 10 grand positive position. That's what the data says. So let's hold till 10 grand. So we're actually long right now, and it's up. I don't know exactly how much because it's on his account. I'm doing my mom's account with the trail stop system. That one's not in, but he's doing the one where you never get out until the contract ends. So it is up long right now from today, so it couldn't be up too much. I don't know what the day bars look like, but it couldn't be up too much. But that's what it is. That's what it is right now. Oh no. What's I don't know why it's taking forever. Day bars should not take a long time. I might have an algo on it or some shit. Whatever. But anyways, so that's interesting to me. It's very interesting. Look, my dad has issues not holding the trades. It's all right. It's all right, Pops. We all go through it. Trust me, it's all right. where he wants to just get out. He sees, positive $5,000, like, let's just get out and take our money. But I told him, look at the data. Look at the data. He's looking at the data. He's like, dude, it doesn't make sense to get out early. It does not make sense to get out early. So I hope the market keeps going up, dude, because he's long. I really hope it keeps going up, and then hit our 10 grand target or whatever it is, and then you can drop. You can do whatever you want from there, but whatever. I hope it goes up. So anyways, that's it. That's the review of the month. Look, I'm up 1.6%. I actually dig how this is operating. If this is like a month, the stress level is lower. It's more strategical. It's just numbers, bro. It's just some strats that are running, and it's kind of cool to balance it all out. Yes, it would be cool if this was real money for me, but you got to start somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. I've lost a lot, and I don't deserve money right now. I don't deserve money, real money, until I have proven myself worthy. And that's where we're at. Be humble. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So, all right. Peace and harmony. Have a good one. Peace.